Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, it's another catalogue nostalgia. So today's one is a 2003 version of the British Knife Collectors Guild. You can see the cover there. This was an issue number 4, so quite an old one. And what I'll do is I'll just go through the pages and you can pause to look at whatever you want and I'll talk about it. And because I have bought some things from this one. Maybe not this specific catalogue, but from this company, and I'll talk about that. It used to be quite a good range of stuff actually. Right, let's go on to pages 2 and 3. So there's a bit on the page 2 there about the website. I've checked the website, it doesn't exist anymore, and there seem to be quite a lot of complaints. And in all honesty, I would definitely say I would have had at least one complaint, or maybe 2 from this company. But a lot of the other stuff wasn't too bad. So yeah, page 2 seems to be about the website, the new designs, and then page 3 there is a welcome page by the looks of it. And you can pause and read that if you want. It says about sale of knives, knife safety, closing times, stuff like that. So now we'll go on to pages 4 and 5. Before I go too far, there are some pages missing in this. I think there's 2 or 3 pages missing. So it looks like on page 4 we've got case knives. Now, I don't know about you, but that looks quite expensive. 60 quid for those single bladed case knives. Now that may be standard price for these. Looks like some of them are limited edition. I've never really been into the single small little case knives, but they do look nice. Page 5, some more case knives. These seem to be these would be the ones I'm more interested in. Multi-bladed sort of knives. 60 quid, 68 quid. Pretty expensive for that kind of knife in my opinion. But yeah, I think case knives are quite nice. You'll also see some of these will have rings around the prices, and that was stuff that I wanted to buy originally. And again, feel free to pause this to have a good look. I do like that they have. One thing I would say about this catalogue that is handy. If you look, it actually has the handle length, the blade length for each model, and tells you quite a bit of details about the knives in a little, little compact thing. I think that's quite a well done catalogue, really. So now we'll go to pages 6 and 7, and here are a couple of knives that I wanted to buy and one I actually did buy. So page 6, I think it was the Joseph Rogers Pocket Hunter. I quite like the look of that. Even today, 17 years later, I still quite like the look of that. I do like that's a sort of buck looking knife, but a bit more simple. What we'd in the UK call a traditional lock knife. The Boca one down the bottom's quite nice actually. I wouldn't pay that much money though. 136 quid, I wouldn't pay that for a knife. That's just me though, and that's 440C as well, so yeah. And then on to page 7, Kissing Crane European Stiletto. I did buy that, and that one I would have no complaints about. Later on, if the knife doesn't come up in this catalogue, I'll tell you about the one that I did have complaints about. But that Kissing Crane European Stiletto, it's not a flick knife, it's a lockback. Absolutely beautiful knife for 40 quid, amazing quality, really nice. One of the knives I would never get rid of. Really like that one. Quite a few alright blades on there, but quite expensive. Right, we'll go to the next set of pages now, which is pages 8 and 9. A couple more sort of lockback, traditional sort of lock knives, as I said we call them in the UK. Most people call these knives lock knives, even though there's any lockback knife traditionally, from the people I know, ends up getting called a lock knife, even though there's multiple types of lock. So yeah, the bottom one, Puma Buffalo 4-star, looks like I was interested in that one. 35 quid. Yeah, it looks quite nice. And I think I had a Puma lock knife years and years ago, which would have been like that, but the handle was a lot more simple and thinner. And then page 9, Yeah, some interesting things there. Look at that Kershaw Ken Onion Anniversary one, 322 quid. Now, if you recognise any of these knives and know the prices, let me know, because it'd be interesting to know how good this catalogue was for prices at the time, and how well these things have aged in price. So you've got a online tool shop there. Right, so now we go to the next set of pages, which is pages 10 and 11. More folding knives here, liner lock knives. I'll tell you what, nowadays I wouldn't mind getting that. It's a bit too pricey for me, but that Camulus is a very nice looking knife. Bit overpriced for me. You'll find that most of the knives I wanted, that there's a lot in here I like the look of, but I would never pay that kind of money for. Tool Logic one, Fire Survival, that looks good. What has that got on it? So a blade, emergency whistle, and a fire steel. Yeah, that looks quite nice. That would have been good if that had a torch on the top, to be honest. And then on the next two pages, there's two I would have liked. The Hen and Rooster Evo Stiletto. Yeah, that looks really good for that kind of price. 50 quid for a nice stiletto like that. And then the one down the bottom, the 10 mile X10 Bullpup. Quite nice as well. Quite like the look of that. Yeah, some interesting things there. And in all honesty, quite a few of those knives I don't see nowadays. I wonder how many sort of don't exist. And the Gil Hibben Profiled Mark II, pretty sure I had a copy of that. Now I look at that. Right, we'll go to the next page now, which are pages 12 and 13. Looks like we got some CRKTs here. And again, some nice knives. But 20 quid for the kit cast and neck knife, that's not bad. So yeah, most of these prices are alright. And the old CRKT Kiss knife over there at the top of page 13 for 32 quid for the 24 karat gold plate accents one. That's a good price, I think. I doubt you'd get that for that kind of price now. Not the real CRKT ones. And then below that's another one. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the kit cast and M16 titanium would be nice. But again, that's a bit too much out of my price range, even in this day and age. So, next page is... Also, let me know if you've ever had any of these knives. So, you've got the actual traditional Buck 112 there, American Ranger. I know it's the Buck 10's the traditional one, but that's, pretty close. Yeah. Bit expensive for what it is, though. I think a standard lock knife like that doesn't need to be 60 quid. Down the bottom, Mirko Bolt Action Hunter. Looks like I was interested in that one for 20 quid. Yeah, look at that. And I suppose that would have been a bolt action lock system on that, which would have been quite unusual in those days. You didn't see a lot of the sort of more... Nowadays you see a lot of different kind of locks. In those days you'd only find the odd knife every now and then would have a different lock. And then page 15, you got Kershaw, Whirlwind there at the bottom, Benchmade for 90 quid. Don't really like the look of that. And then at the bottom of page 15, sorry, a bit of Zippo advertisement there. Right, next page. Bit of Spyderco here. I reckon the rest of the Spyderco stuff's missing. How many of these Spyderco knives can you still get now? So you've got Spyderco Pride, Spyderco Native 2, Salsa TI, the Spot, and the Kiwi. All very nice, quite expensive. I'll tell you what, I do like the Native 2 though. 80 quid, bit expensive though. Then on the other side is... What is that? Allen Wood handmade custom knives. Looks quite nice. What's the price on those? 140 to 180. Yeah, let me know what you think of these knives, if you can still get them, how rare are they and all that. Right, got some next page now. 20 and 21 Tops knives. Never owned a Tops knife. Yeah, look alright though. How expensive? 50 for the little scalpel. Yeah, I don't mind the sort of black coated tactical knives like that. They do look quite good. As I say, never had a Tops knife though. Right, next page, which is 22 and 23. Got a Fairbairn Sykes copy there. William Rogers Fairbairn Sykes third pattern. 46 quid. That's very good, I think, even this day and age. I think that's still a good price. There's some more Fairbairn Sykes at the end, which we'll get to. Yeah. That's actually about the same price as you can get them now, I think. K-Bar 1943 USMC knife on the other side. 60 quid again. I think that's probably worth that. There's some nice fighting knives on here. Do like these. The Applegate Fairbairn's quite nice. 100 quid though. Getting a bit pricey there, I think. Yeah, some very nice sort of fighting military style knives there. Right, next pages, which will be 24 and 25. Again, it looks like some more sort of military knives. You got the Jimmy Lyle R1 Bowie, which is the Rambo knife basically. 118 quid, not bad. There's the actual Gil Hibben Rambo 3 Bowie R3 Rambo down the bottom there. Same price as the other one. Some kukris. Looks like I was after the Gurkha kukri. Yeah, I must have wanted one of those. I was wondering whether it was the Ronin Tanto, but it's not. Yeah, it's the Gurkhas that I actually ringed there. Still to this day, I've never bought a new kukri. I got given the modern one by SAK 94 Stu, and I've got an old one. A Wolfer P99 tack down the bottom there is quite nice. I do like daggers. Right, next page. Oh, before we go, Gerber Mark II US Army knife, 380 quid. Bloody hell. Right, next page is 26 and 27. They got a bit of cold steel down the bottom there by the looks of it. I've got cold steel's Panga Machete, 30 quid on the other side. I think you can still get them for that kind of price. Yeah, you'll see some very nice blades in here, but a lot of them I'm put off by the price basically. Yeah, there's actually quite a few nice ones on here saying that. Next page is 28 and 29. What we've got here. Now, it looks like the knife that I bought that I had a complaint about isn't in here. I think it was called a 10 mile Wasp, and what it was is I suspect what they sent me was a second or whatever it is, you know, like a knife that isn't perfect. It actually had a slight bend in one of the steel liners, but it was a birthday present, so I just accepted it. Yeah, that always annoyed me, that. And then the other thing was I ordered a Fairbairn Sykes replica sheath, and after about a month of waiting, rung them up saying, you know, where's the sheath? And they was quite rude to me down the phone, and I almost said to them, don't bother, you know, keep it and give me my money back. And then even when they sent the sheath, it didn't fit the knife. It was good quality in the end, but took a long time. But I have noticed when I went on to I went to look up to see whether this website still existed, and there seemed to be quite a lot of complaints on some of these websites that you can complain about other websites basically, you know, review sites. So yeah, 28, 29. Got some CRKT stuff here. Buck 119. Yeah, not a lot on there I would be interested more. This seems to me more hunting bushcraft kind of stuff. The Buck's alright, but yeah, 53 quid, that's not too bad actually. And the Boca Arbolito Hunter's alright. Right, next page is 30 and 31. That Spyderco Bobolum Tanto's nice, I like that. In fact, I've never seen that before, apart from in these catalogues. Quite pricey though, 172 quid. Ontario Quartersman knife, again, that's quite nice. Like, look at that. Nothing I would have bought at the time, but I like the look of those. But yeah, Spyderco Bobolum Tanto, very nice, but way overpriced for me. So next page is 32 and 33, and we'll be getting to the end soon. This looks like the Gil Hibben Throwers. Quite popular, 34 quid, 10 quid for the book. Yeah, I wonder how they stand up now, those prices. And then on the other end, and then on the other side is some more Gil Hibben stuff. Right, next page. Oh, the Gil Hibben Claw. Do you still see that about now? Right, next page is 34 and 35. What we've got on here. Looks like I was interested in the Wenger Alpine Sport for 15 quid. That's quite nice. As long as that's the same quality as a Swiss Army penknife, that'd be a good quality little knife, really. Especially for 15 quid. Some clearance items on the other side there. Gilhibben 1993 Raptor, only 562 quid. Next page, 36 and 39 page missing. Looks like you got some sharpeners there. Lansky pocket sharpener. And then you've got the Wilkinson sword, the original Fairbairn Sykes, exclusively by Wilkinson sword. These are all in the 200 range. These are the proper display models, you know. Still working models, but you know, you wouldn't be buying these to use. Collectible ones. Very nice though. Probably worth that kind of money. Yeah, 280, 245, 207. 16 quid for a sheath. Very nice stuff. Probably still get that nowadays. And then the final page, a little bit of Kershaw Ken Onion Speed Safe series. By the looks of it, the Chive Scallion and the Leak. Yeah, they're quite nice knives. I always like that rainbow model. It's quite unusual, at least. And in those days, you didn't see a lot of that stuff. Now you see a lot of that kind of stuff now. Yeah, in those days, it was a little bit more rare. Yeah, so there you go. That is the official British Knife Collectors Guild catalogue from 2003. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to pause through the pages if you want to see more detail. Don't forget to comment. Let me know what you thought. What are the prices like and all that. And yeah, I think it's quite interesting. And there'll be another Catalogue Nostalgia coming up eventually. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.